Oh yeah. It's all about you. One time
I'ma say it's all about you.
for the bitches that think it's all about you. It's all about you. Every other city we go.
We back for another episode. The episode of today is going to be entitled Stalkers. Many people will say that there is a thin line between love and hate. But, you know, how thin really is that line? If you love somebody, why stalk them? If you stalk somebody, does that really mean that you love them?
A stalker is a terrorist with weapons of mass destruction that comes in the form of vindictive lies, tarnished thoughts, and the motive to destroy lives.
Why do stalkers want to destroy people's lives? I mean, if you love somebody, why do you want to destroy their life? Why do you want to make their life miserable by doing certain things, being outside of their house for 4-5 hours? Get a fucking life. How about that? How about you get a fucking life? Sending emails and texts all day long. You know, Project Pat came up with the hottest song for stalkers. It was called Don't Call Me No More, Don't Text Me No More, cause I'm through with you. I am motherfucking through.
A stalker would keep a little journal with dates up to 2-3 years ago, and they can tell you every single day that they feel that they have been done wrong. That's a stalker.
And in actuality, they haven't been done wrong. They're the ones doing wrong. Because if you stalking somebody, you're the one that's doing wrong. Get over it.
Stalkers come in many forms. They're usually the people that you used to go to high school with, be in band class with. They would play some instrument like the flute, and nobody ever fucking knew them in high school. Nobody knew them in high school. But now, all of a sudden, the only way they're known is from stalking someone.
That is true.
And let's tell them how we became friends. One of your ex-stalkers, she solicited me for a threesome because she was that desperate.
That is true.
That was the beginning of the stalking stage. I didn't know the stalker in high school. She was nobody. She wore a trench coat for all I fucking knew. But a stalker also, she will find you anywhere, whether it be on the internet, where you live, where your mama live, your girl live. She will find you anywhere because she's desperate.
Desperate. See, look, that goes to a couple of our last episodes. If you put it together, see if
she's desperate because she got rejected.
No, listen. So I did the rejection thing because I didn't want to be with her, but she was stigmatized. So rejection plus stigmatization equals stalkers. See, and remember in a previous episode I told you that rejection can get you in trouble?
Yeah.
This is one of those instances where that shit can get you in trouble.
2 years later. A stalker will harass your family and friends. They don't give a fuck. They just out to stalk. They want to know your every move, whatever you're doing, who you're doing, how you're doing it, they want to know.
Yeah. And they will go through your family. No, people that's not even in your family. They go through brothers and sisters, girlfriends and boyfriends to find every information they can about you. And needless to say, a stalker will never be happy because they always want you. Don't call me no more. Don't text me no more. That's what it boils down to.
What are some of the warning signs of a stalker? We listed some.
Shit.
Someone that keeps journals. Someone that threatens to go to your family. What the fuck? Why would a stalker threaten to go to someone's family when they're already committing a crime? They're stalking you. What is the family going to do? First of all, the family's going to say, why is this person, this grown-ass woman, contacting me about another grown-ass woman or man? Why? Why? Why you do it? Why? Why the fuck you do it?
So, anyway, the warning signs of a stalker. For one, they sit in front of your house. They come over, and when you tell them it's not a good time, they come over anyway. My friend, my coworker, was telling me that he met a girl off the internet, and it was right after Hurricane Isabel, and he said he told her to not come over, but she did anyway, and sat on this nigga porch for 6 hours. Needless to say, he ends up fucking her anyway. white women.
Now, let me clarify something, because some people might say I'm a hypocrite. You know, I'm not the most perfect person. You know, there have been times where I seek to find the truth, and that entails tracking someone down and finding it out.
Well, see, everybody.
But not years later. I'm not going to be doing this shit years later. I'm going to move on. My advice to a female stalker that can't move on with her fucking life is to find a new piece of dick, swallow, choke, whatever.
Somebody's always been a stalker once. It's just a matter of time. How far will you go?
And how long will you stalk? Not 2 years later, bitch. My take on stalkers is that they are delusional sick fucks that have no life. They feed off of someone else's life. They feed off misery. They're miserable because they can't have what they want. So they stalk the person and try to make their life a living hell. Stalkers tend to suffer from mental impairment. They think things happen one way when in fact they don't happen that way. Stalkers will go around and spread lies. Just because they spread lies to people who don't know no better.
You know what it is? Stalkers just aren't happy. And since they're not happy, they don't want anybody else to be happy.
Stalkers need to see psychiatric help. Bottom line. There's no other cure, especially when it goes on for a long period of time. I mean, what do you say to a stalker that just will not quit after years?
You know, you ever seen that show Snapped?
Yes.
I mean, you know, basically it's about women who kill their husbands, boyfriends, whatever. And that can go both ways. So I don't want to bash women. So, because it can go both ways. Snapped. That's what a stalker will do. A stalker will snap. And you might not live to see the next day. So you need to be careful. Because a stalker won't quit.
I mean, what about, I know a stalker of yours. What the hell did you do to her? How can we prevent people from becoming stalkers? What can we not do? I can tell you what, we can do the opposite of what he's done, because obviously he can't get rid of his stalker. What did you do to create a stalker?
Rejection. And stigmatization.
You know what, I don't solely believe that, because number one, your stalker is fucking stupid.
But see, this also depends on if you feed into it. See, a lot of people...
So I guess we're feeding into it now.
Yeah, if you feed into a stalker, they'll always come back. They'll always come back. Don't give them the time of day, because you know what they want? Attention. People who have ADD and attention deficit disorder, they need that attention so they can keep going. If you give them the attention, then they're gonna feed into it. So, but if you take that attention away from them, then they're gonna keep trying and trying to get attention, and eventually they'll just say fuck it. So
but what do you do if you can't get rid of them after 2 years?
I don't know. Move on with your life. Stop being a fucking stalker.
And stop hating on everybody that's in that person's life. Just because you can't have them, you don't want anyone else to have them. You want their lives to be miserable, and it's not going to happen. Life goes on.
So, stalking isn't pimping, because you're making progress in nothing. There's people's intuitions making progress in nothing, and if you're a fucking stalker, you are making progress in nothing. So why fucking stalk? Don't stalk, walk, bitch. That's our show for today. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, you can email us at tnthotlist@yahoo.com. If you're a fucking stalker, don't email me, don't call me, don't text me. You know what, matter of fact, don't even watch this motherfucking video. Go about your motherfucking life. I know stalkers hate me. I know there's some stalkers that hate you. So all we gotta do is throw up the sign and tell them stalkers, fuck you.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm just getting in. I knock on the door. A voice sweet and low says,